Welcome or welcome back to Trouble with Tish. I am Tish and I be Trouble. And today I am going to be trouble with inventing a new thing on my channel. I want to work through my whole collection and find out what I do and do not like. So I have put all my palettes on a wheel to make sure that I use all those. Put all my foundations and concealers on a wheel to make sure I use all of those. I think it's time we do blush, bronzer, and highlight. So, welcome to the very first All About That Face.
Troubles on the mind, hands around your throat, out in open waters trying to stay afloat. Remember to forget the future and the past.
Alright, so, All About That Face. What is it, right? So, blushes on a wheel, right? We also have bronzers and highlighters on the wheel because all about the face, right? So we are going to figure out which combination of fuckery we're getting into today. This should be fun. But I want to find out what I do and don't like, and this seems to be the way to work through my whole collection as opposed to like just using my favorites. So I'm not going to find a new favorite unless I look for it, right? So I've put all my blushes on the wheel. We're going to spin the wheel and find our blush. Moira Love Heat, I Want You. Alright, this is I Want You. And I have used it before. Not to be discouraged, not to be discouraged. Now, on to bronzers. Again, all the bronzers went on the wheel. Let's figure out which one we're going to use. ABH Cream Bronzer in Amber. Well, we're not doing too good so far because I've also used that. It's one of my favorites. Alright, so we're going to hide that slice. And now we're going to highlighters. Qveen Ice Cream Stick Highlighter. I've not used that, but it is a cream highlighter, which I've not used before. So we got a new product. All right. So we're going to start out with the ABH Cream Bronzer in Amber. I always start out with my bronzer, and I'm using this Janssen Silk Bronzer brush to apply it, and I just kind of pounce the brush in. And that's dark, however, we're gonna brush it out. I know it looks crazy. Now we're gonna buff it, and I always buff it into my hairline. I think it looks extra crazy today because the foundation that I used is very light. All right. So, don't worry. Trust the process. It looks crazy now. Alright, and then I'm going to take this brush, which is a Referral 04 brush, and use the shade I Want You from it's the Love Heat Cream Blush from Moira. Now, here's the deal. With this, I always pounce it onto the back of my hand first before I go in, because Moira blushes are crazy pigmented And while I really like a good crazy blush, we don't want to go too crazy, right? As you're looking at me going, your face is orange, your face is orange. Don't worry, the powder changes everything. Now, the reason I do it like this is because I like it like this. And I tap a little bit over my nose, but not crazy over my nose. All right. So, let me wipe off the back of my hand before I get that all over the place. I know it looks crazy. It looks crazy, I know. All right, so I have never used a cream blush or a cream highlighter before. So I mean, this is not exactly the highlighter of the century, but it does provide a little bit of a glow. All right, now looking crazy. I take this big fluffy brush. It's a no-name brush that I got from my mother-in-law. I'm just kind of using the Kosas Cloud Set Feathery. I tap my powder into the brush. And then I just pounce it into the skin. Now, as you can see, it has toned down that bright, bright blush and the bronzer as well. So no worries. We're not going to go around looking like, you know, I'm not going to go around looking like we had an accident at Maybelline. And the blush is now dark enough underneath the powder that it's still there. I find a lot of times that I will put on a cream blush and then I powder my face and it looks like I put on zero blush. All right, so these are obviously loves. I use them all the time. They're amazing. Now let's see, for this Qveen Ice Cream Highlighter, I don't really, even for a church highlighter, this is going to be a no for me, I think. I don't think this is something that is in my wheelhouse, my lane of choice. I'm sure for other people, this would be great. Like, it's a nice subtle highlighter, but I like loud and obnoxious, so it's not loud enough. Even I want my church blush to be a little bit flashy, or my church highlighter, sorry. to be a little bit flashy. Not that I go to church, but you know what I'm saying. The more toned down version of a highlighter for me should still be a little more highlighty than this. And that's just my preference. So I think I'm going to pass this along to my niece because I think that she will probably enjoy it. She is just getting into things like highlighters and blushes and bronzers and stuff. So I think she will like it. So there is my first episode or whatever of All About That Face. So what do you think? Do you think this is a good idea? Do you think I'm just overusing the Wheel app? Let me know. I have a comment section down there. Fill it up. You have any questions, suggestions, anything? Let's have like conversations and stuff. Talk to me, goose. Anyways, I'm being goofy now. All right, I hope every single one of you has an absolutely amazing day, and I will see you all next time. Bye.
Troubles on the mind, hands around your throat, out in open waters trying to stay afloat.